Hello, everyone. This is Sachin Kinkar. I am from Vancouver, beautiful British Columbia, and I'm your host tonight. And I'm privileged to host this event. So a couple of housekeeping tips is you need to have your video on. So either me or the co-host or host will put you in the waiting room if you do not turn on your video for next 5 minutes. Unless you have some reason, please let the host know and they can make an exception, but I cannot promise you that. Rules are rules, and that is one of the reasons why we are here. So as I mentioned, my name is Sachin. I'm from beautiful British Columbia, and the reason we are here is so that we can learn, educate ourselves, and we want to progress and do better in our business, right? So that education part is very, very important. We have full line of speakers here today, and that is the beauty, is that all they are going to pour the information from their heart. Okay, so I'm going to invite them one by one. But before that, I wanted to actually warm you up a little bit before I invite the speakers on the stage. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some information with you. Okay, and I'm going to show you, like, we all know that we are in this amazing business, Amway. Okay, and this is a very beautiful e-commerce business model, and they give you everything that you can run the business. Okay, but I'm going to do a little bit of a reality check here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly share a screen with you, and I'm going to share some information here. Okay, okay, here it is. So first of all, what you need to do is, this is something you can do it in your home as well, but I want to, like, build up the stage so that you know that you are in the right hands and you're doing the right thing. Okay, number one is, if you go to amwayglobal.com, okay, here you can see that what you can do here is you can select the marketplace. Okay, here, where is it? Give me 1 second. Okay, select market site. Okay, you can see here that we are in these many countries. Okay, that's mind-blowing. So once you have a business ownership in Canada or anywhere in the world, you are allowed to run the business or expand your horizon into these businesses as in these countries as well. Okay, so that is number one thing. So think global. Okay, your vision has to be global. Okay, right now you are starting local, but think global. Now the reason, one of the things is you need to understand is that lots of times when you're talking to people, you will come across that, Amway is a scheme and this and that. Think about this. We are like in this business for more than 62 years now, and we are in 100+ countries and territories. You can look here. Now you cannot run a Ponzi scheme or anything in these kind of countries. Okay, so if someone comes with, like, kind of the question, just say back off. I know what I'm doing. I'm into these 100+ countries and territories. I cannot run an illegal business. Okay, I wanted to build some credibility over here. So that's number one thing. Second thing is, like, if you go to amway.ca, what you need to do here is you need to understand, if you scroll to the bottom here, these logos or these links, they mean a lot. Okay, the number one thing is Better Business Bureau. So I clicked over here. Let me just minimize this. Okay, where is it?
In the bottom.
Hold on. I think okay, sorry. So yeah, what happened here? Sorry, I'm clicked on something. Okay, yeah, okay. So let's see here. A few things I will cover. Okay, I'll go one by one so that, because I'm sharing the screen. One of the things is, you can see here that Neutralite Product Ambassador Program for Safe Supplements. Okay, so there are lots of athletes, they are turning to Amway's Neutralite Product Ambassadorship. Okay, now this is the link where you can go search and you can find, and you'll be surprised to see the list of the athletes here. They are all top level athletes, and they are all using the Neutralite products. Another way to build your credibility. Okay, so you are in the good hands. Remember that. Now let's go to the next screen here. This is another thing you could see, that there is this Coppercraft Distillery. Okay, they have announced a multi-year sponsorship agreement with Amway. So you could see here Orlando Magic and Amway Center. Okay, so you could see that big companies are affiliating with Amway. Okay, for the sponsorship. This is in 2022, so not that old. Now, Star Sports Network, okay, backs fruitful of broadcast partners to ICC World's 220 World Cup. Now this is 23. I'm talking about 23. Okay, this is something new. Now you could see here, Amway is one of them. So if these big like Star Sports and all these big companies are affiliating and taking like sponsorship and broadcasting and affiliating with Amway, Amway has something to offer, right? Now you can see here another thing, Star Sports Network. Okay, so this is another trophy called Border and Gavaskar Trophy, and they have used Amway here. You could see here. Okay, so they are using Amway as a sponsor here as well. So you could see there are big corporations or big events happening, and they are all affiliating with Amway. Okay, they are sponsoring, they are getting like brand ambassadorship as well. This is another thing. This is something new that just happened, that Amway is presenting sponsorship of Red Wings. Okay, so if anyone is following the ice hockey, you could see Amway, and it's a big news right now. Okay, this is something just recently happened. You could see here, it's 4/17/2023, so very new. Okay, another thing, if you go to the Amway connections here, you could see here that Access Sports is official sports nutrition sponsor for New York Red Bulls. Okay, so another sports sponsorship. It's a multi-year sponsorship deal. Big corporations are just coming on board. Okay, and this is another thing which I think Sid had also put it on the screen, that the DSN. What is DSN? Is a Direct Selling Association, and they have a news here. Okay, so here you could see is a global 100 list. You could look here. 2022 means last year's top 10 companies. Amway is number 1. I'm highlighting here. And this number 2 is this. Look at the numbers here. It's a huge difference. We are talking about $1 billion. Now, homework for you to find out how many zeros are in 1 billion. You could see these numbers are very important. The difference between number 1 and number 2 is very different. Okay, it's huge. Now, if you go to Forbes magazine here, Forbes magazine also talks about Amway Corporation. Okay, so you could see here that established in 1959, Adam, Michigan, just name it here. You could see here in the Forbes list is number 53. Okay, America's largest private companies and best employers, and just name it. Amway is there everywhere. Here also you could see the Amway financial summary. So they provide you the financial list here. So if you go to 2021, see how much money Amway is making. Everything is in billions. Can you see it's going up? Mind-blowing. So Amway has a huge credibility. Okay, Amway brands, look at this. These are the brands currently we have. So you have access to all these brands. Okay, so nothing is going to stop you from building the business. This is a powerful business model. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the presentation. Now I gave you the credibility, so now you know that you are in the good hands. The business is humongous. It's just that how you can leverage and move forward. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite some amazing people on this panel right now. And what they're going to do is like, I'm going to cover one section right now because it's 1 hour session. We cannot cover everything. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite them on the stage, on the virtual stage, one by one, and you'll be surprised to see what they can offer. Okay, so first of all, I want to invite Malini on the stage. Then Sandeep, can someone please spotlight? Harshmeet, can you please help me spotlight? Malini, Sandeep, Kamini. So these are all women. This is women entrepreneurship. Okay, and I'll tell you why I selected them. Can someone help spotlight Sandeep and Kamini as well, please? Okay, and Kamini as well. And if Achal comes, Harsh, you can add her later on. If not, then that's fine. So why you are invited to this panel here? Okay, first of all is that I know you guys are like doing lots of skin analysis. Okay, you're focusing on the beauty industry, right? Skincare, beauty, like whatever industry. And I know you guys are making really good progress on that. You're doing lots of skin analysis, this and that. Now, the general question for everyone, okay, is that, let's say, I'll use me as an example. I don't have a skin analysis machine, but I want to tap into your market as well, beauty market. Okay, because I see sometimes people out there and they have skin problems. Now I want to approach them and I also want to expand my business. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to start with Malini and then I'll go with Sandeep and then Kamini. How do you approach or start approaching the people, okay, new people, and how do you take them to the skin analysis? Okay. So please explain the process. The other question that everyone has is that we don't have the scan, I don't have a skin analysis machine. Okay. So if I have to approach them, can I offer them general products that could cover their skin type? I don't know their skin type, right? And sometimes they might know the skin type too. They might just say they have oily skin. Now, how for a novice person, someone who has never done this, how can we find out what kind of skin type they have, and how can I even leverage the Artistry Beauty app? And we want to progress everyone together. Okay. So Malini, over to you. How do you handle this?
Hello everyone, I am Malini from Vancouver. My proudly sponsored by Arvind and Poonam all the way up to Diamond Siddhanrup Ganguly. They are my mentors and coaching me. First of all, my eye is a SAM machine. If I see people outside, right away, my experience, right away we can see the dry skin or oily skin or acne or whatever they. So in that time, we clicked in my mind, okay, we can give this kind of product. So, and also on my hand, I have a virtual app too, right? So everywhere we cannot use this one because we need some product on my hand to wipe their face and everything. So I can talk to them about the skin, about how they take care of their skin and everything. I try to make an appointment to bring them. I cannot take my SAM machine with me all the time. So I try to make an appointment to meet them at their house or anywhere or come to my place. If they don't have time, I can promote what they needed. So I already know they have a dry skin or what type of skin they have. According to that, we have a 3 different system skincare product, only one brand with a different set of product here. So first, we just talked about the budget, how much they need, what product they are already using the product. According to that, I can make a system or give them the product because many people allergic of SPF. So I don't want to add SPF. I can add a gel cream or a moisture cream without SPF. That's the way I can promote the product. So if I have any comfortable place, I can do skin analysis and show them, okay, this is your skin type right now. Then they can see their problem. Then that's the 100% guarantee. At least they can buy something. So it's sometimes if they don't, even their skin look like a clean, but they say, oh, my skin are very good. But after SAM only, they can see, oh, this much problem do I have it. That time they are ready to buy. They will ask, okay, how can I treat how can you help me? That's easy for us to promote, show them the product. Okay, this one is you can use it, in 4 to 6 months, you will see the result. If they don't want anything, they don't have time, then just simply, I even from Toronto, some customers long distance, so we cannot go and meet them. So I give them cleanser, toner, and without SPF, any lotions or cream or whatever. That's why I approach people.
Awesome, yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Malini. Now I would like to go with Sandeep. So Sandeep, just to add to what Malini said, okay? She said that she knows by looking at the skin, what kind of skin type the person has. Is it possible? The other thing is, if you don't have a SAM machine, can someone leverage the Artistry Beauty app? And how good would that be? And the other question is do you prefer doing over the Zoom or in person?
Thank you so much, Sachin, for inviting me. And I'll start with my line of sponsorship. It starts with our amazing couple, Harsh and Anchal. they're applying Subodhan Tina Rathore, and then Sachin Kinkar going Platinum going Q12, and Sid and Roop. Sachin mentioned my name, Sandeep. So I'm from Vancouver, BC, and I work as a skincare specialist in business and a health consultant. So that's how I introduce people whenever I go out and talk to them. So that's how I approach. I always introduce myself, and I always ask them and make a relationship. That's how I make a customer. And you mentioned, Sachin, you're asking, am I using in person or over the machine? Am I using virtual beauty app? So I use a combination of all three. It depends how the customers wants to come in. During the COVID time, I never used a SAM machine. It's all over the Zoom. That's how I did my journey of skin sessions. That's how I started. And I have learned from Achal, like how she always did, like initially she started over the using a machine, but that's how I learned from my own upline. So leveraging the Zoom, that is the best way, because mostly people don't have much time. Students or mothers, like they don't have much time to come in. So it's easy over the Zoom. That is the very good way. Then skin analysis machine is another way where person can come in and then you can make a good relationship with them. Now the basic thing is how you analyze, like, what their skin problem is, with or without. So without the machine, it's really easy. If once you know the skin type, if once you know the skin concern, right? And then you conduct the skin session like properly professional way, where you write it down their problem, what problem they have, right? What currently they are using. Are they happy with it? Those are the two things. If you know the concern, if people have acne, that's pretty easy, right? They have a acne, or if they have a shiny skin. Some people have a really shiny skin and pores are open. It's easy to say that people have an oily skin. That's we can easily identify. And you have to ask questions to people. Daytime, do you get oil on your forehead? That's kind of question. Is when you wash your face after like 1 hour, 2 hour, how's your skin feels to you? Does it feel stretchy on your cheek area, oily on the T-zone? That means combination. Or I can say dry combination to dry skin. But then the third thing is dry skin to very dry skin, which means your skin is flaky, mostly over the cheek area. This area is around your, cheek, around your lips. So it's little flaky area. That means it's dry to very dry skin. This is after washing your face. You can ask these kind of questions to know the skin type. People don't know how to judge the skin type. So that is the best way. Then according to those skin type, you can definitely tell the client, like, these are the products that is recommended. Like we have, it's very easy on our website. When you go on the main website, it says all the products, and the products, click on skin nutrition. So when you click skin nutrition only, then it comes the whole page where it says balancing, where it says over the balancing, it says it's for normal to oily skin. And then we have a hydrating whole solution set that it says for dry skin. Then we have a anti-aging and dry to very dry skin, that is renewing, and then firming and ultra lifting set. So these are the basic that automatically I can say Artistry has identified what kind of skin type and what kind of products goes to them. And then with the skin machine, if you use a SAM machine, I mean, it's easy when people saw their own skin. When you talk to them by saying, okay, you have this problem, but they sees their face in the machine, they can easily see what problem they have on their skin. They easily see their pores are open. They easily see they have a dead skin on their face. They have an oily area. If they have a pigmentation, you can easily see people have a darker area, very darker area, which says, then we can say like, you have this much pigmentation on your face. So it's easy for people to, I can say, to know and to get the products, from us. Then it's easier for us to tell that what you can use in order to, have your problem solved with products we can recommend. That's how I do it. I hope this answered your question.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Sandeep. That was really, really awesome. You added more to what Malini has already put into the table. So I guess now the question comes to Kamini. So Kamini, what do you do? Do you do something a little bit different? And just to add to what Sandeep says is that if you don't know the skin type, and if you, let's say, guess, okay, initially, because until you educate yourself, let's say if you guess, you ask them some questions, and sometimes people just give the answers, but they really don't know what kind of skin type they have. And if you apparently gave them a wrong skin type product, what are the, what happens in that case, or how do you rectify the problem, or what is your stand on it, Kamini?
Thank you, Sachin, for inviting me into this panel. And I'm also going to introduce myself here as well. I'm, as you all know, Kamini Khan. I was sponsored into the business by Chris, coached and mentored by Gurjot all the way up to Sid and Roop. And yes, for that question, I would say that when it comes to Artistry product, because it's tested on so many different skin types, I don't think it would do much harm to anyone if they use the wrong product, not knowing right away the skin type or the right product to use. It's not going to do much harm because the Artistry product is so gentle on the skin. It could go either way, right? So you could use it for the right, or you could use it for the wrong. Either way would work, until you can really identify that person problem, their skin type, and the right product that they can use. So for me, yeah, I would say that it wouldn't do any harm. And in terms of doing anything different from what Sandeep and Malini said, not really, because I do all three. I do the Zoom, I've done the in person with the SAM machine, and I've also done with the app. And some people, it might be just a quick, like the other day, I just did one in the car. My friend was sitting there with me in the car, and she's like, can you do my skin analysis? And I did her skin analysis, and she was happy with that, and she put in her order. So, just doing it in the car or wherever, just having the app is the best thing possible, because you can even use that on the go, and you don't need the SAM machine all the time. But when you have the SAM machine, yes, it's great. It's awesome, because then it gives you more in-depth, analysis of the skin. People get to see exactly what you're seeing, because I have a smaller one. So what I do is that when I put it, I get them to hold it, and then I take photos, and then I show it back to them. So with the small one, that's how I use that one. But yeah, either one of them works well. The Zoom works good too, because then you're asking questions as well, versus using a machine or the app. Or you could get the person to download the app and use it if they want to as well. But I find with having your phone, having the app there, and using the SAM machine works better than the Zoom. The Zoom would be like the last resort that I would probably go to.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Can you please give a big round of applause to all these beautiful women here, women entrepreneurs? Thank you so much. And I would like to now invite Platinum going Emerald, Poonam Pandey. And I guess, Poonam, all the tough questions that they are not able to answer, they are now for you now. So I would like to add spotlight. Okay, give me 1 second. So I'm going to have Poonam spotlight here. Hi, Poonam, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, good. So I have some tough questions for you now. Some fill in the blanks kind of thing. Okay. So now, as you mentioned, as you saw, like Kamini and Malini and Sandeep, they came and they gave really good information. So I'm definitely looking forward for you to fill in some gaps, in your experience as well. But one question general is that, if I have an app on my phone, right? And I can always show that app. And how does the app work? If I have a customer sitting here and I want to do a skin analysis on that person, I don't have a SAM machine, right? So how like app will help me to generate some leads there. At the same time, I think Kamini mentioned that you can download that person can download the app as well, right? Do they need an ID, password, or they can just use the, like, how does it work? Please help us.
No, I don't think, thank you, Sachin, for bringing me on. And I don't think that they need ID or password. They can definitely download the app just like that. Another thing I suggest, the app works for the fairly new people. Like, let's say I contacted somebody and then the skin is like, okay kind of skin. And then I can use the app because this is closed environment. So I'm sharing it here. That app do not give the kind of product which we can recommend with our experience, because sometimes people have a mature skin and then we are giving them serums and face packs and masks and so many products. But then let's say just like few products you want to give them, just like a system, like the person is staying within 100, 150 product, $100, 50 worth of product. That's when you can use the app, because app shows a very minimum product. And then app definitely help because it's like two people are saying the same thing. So let's say you said something and then now app is also saying something. So that something increase your credibility, right? Just like a SAM machine, like no matter what you tell them, but as soon as they say their face in the SAM machine, they are ready to buy the product.
So whatever you see in the SAM machine and whatever you see in the app, they are totally different.
Definitely different, because app now in the market, so many apps are available, like people can see with so many things and all that. So, but the SAM machine is something looks big, or now with the small SAM machines, which is something like, you are sitting in a clinic, you let the person feel that way. And then the business is all about how the person feels, right? Like how the weightage you give it to your product or to your services. So it's basically give the weight to your services.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Poonam. You really did that fill in the blanks. And I think people really have understood how they can actually tap into this beauty industry, because it's not fair that only women can make profit. Men's are excited too. Now I'm pretty sure they'll be going and booming their sale as well. But thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And with that, what I wanted to also now mention here is that here today the focus is on the education. I'll tell you why. I read a very beautiful thing that most of us have got eyes, but we don't have vision. Okay, think carefully. Most of us have eyes, but we do not have vision. Most of us got brain, but we do not know how to use it. Now the gap, how to use it, okay, now how to have a vision, that gap is actually built by the education, right education. That when you put that right education there, then you have eyes, but now you can have a vision as well. That's why in this business, you would probably know that we are talking about vision, future vision, right? Right now, you're just going, but think about 10 years down the line, you'll be laughing like anything. Okay, people who said no to you, you will forget about them, but you'll be on the top side, right? But for that, you need a vision. Now, this business, AMWAY business, okay, is totally it's very, very ethical, and we all follow ethical models, okay? So basically, there are some cardinal rules that we follow in the business. And for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite speakers one by one here, and they already know what topic they're going to talk about, okay? And they are going to talk about the cardinal rules, and you have 2 minutes, okay? So Kamal, over to you, my friend.
Thank you, Sachin, for putting me on an agenda. Hello, everyone. My name is Kamal Khasria. I'm sponsored by Malini and applying to them Platinum going, Q12 going Emerald, Arvind and Poonam. And my coach and mentors are Diamond Moving EDC, Sid and Roop Ganguly. And as my topic is first cardinal rule: never ever do anything without checking with the upline. Never ever do anything first time without checking upline. So basically, it will be save your I would say that time, energy, and money. If you check with your upline, and initially, when people started a business, and they have some cool idea. So initially, like sometimes people thought like we're gonna print a flyer and we're gonna distribute that flyer in the neighborhood or sitting in the mall. And your upline might have tried this thing like in the past, and he is in the business before you. So they know that this thing doesn't work. So it will be save your money, like if you check with your upline. And the second thing, I personal experience that long time ago, somebody just like drop a make a like beautiful basket, right? Maybe they started with the kids, and they're putting all the samples, have a excess energy, can he drop it to my doorstep, and he drop it to the neighborhood as well, and with the along with the business card. So I saw that like my neighbor just like he saw the product and he garbaged those product because he doesn't know anything about those product. And I phoned that person. I say, man, you seems like you started a business new and I'm already in the business. You drop a product to your crossline's doorstep, right? So he said, I have to like, I have to like build up my volume. So I found like, that's the better way. So I say, have you checked with your upline? He said, no, I did not check with your upline. And if that fellow like, check with their upline, it would save their money as well, right? And time as well. So whether like, it's dropping a sampling, whether it's sampling, whether like, talk to somebody, right? And it's good, like it's good to like check with your upline. It will be save your like a lot of time and energy. And in this business, your upline is your lifeline, and use that wisely. And thank you, Sachin. Move to the post.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You really made lots of sense. Now I'm going to invite another speaker here, and what I want to do is like, please talk about the topic assigned to you. Also give us some real life examples, how you're using it in your life as well, okay? Because we don't want to just read out what we say. We want to actually put some energy in it and show that how this has helped you to grow the business. Over to you, Sonia.
Good night, everyone. I'm Sonia Page Nash. I'm out here in Niagara Falls. I know that is a for some people. For me, it's a passing fancy. I live here. My sponsors are and Arvin. They are moving Emerald all the way up to Siddharth and Ganguly, moving to EDC. So my topic, one of the cardinal rules is never to pass negative downline. So I am excited to be talking about this because from ever since I know myself, I know that negative, right? So if in this business, negative going down, upline, or wherever hurts. So I look at it in that light. But in terms of going down like negativity, what I have known and what I've not really experienced is because I don't really pass negative. Negative in the sense that, for example, there's a product that you don't like. I'm just using that as an example. If I don't like it, doesn't mean that you don't, the next person might not like it, right? So if say my I don't like it, it's not good for me to tell my downline that, oh, I don't like this product, because whatever I'm speaking is going to come back to harm my business or to harm the business in general. So passing negative in, say, anything happen and you don't like it, it's best thing for you to go upline. Your upline have all experience and they're able to, guide you better. But negativity does not really help you. It's like I've heard many times saying, if negativity will, if you would only shoot yourself in your foot, and who would want to hurt hurt themselves? So past negative downline is not something that you should even consider. Whatever it is you are not comfortable with, whether it be a product, whether it be something that somebody says, whether it be, even your own experience, the best thing for you to do is talk about it with your upline, and then they will be able to guide you accordingly. So I hope what I'm saying, what I've said, is enough. Negativity don't work. Negativity destroy. Okay, so that back to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was really nice. And our next speaker is awesome, my friend Harsh, and he's from beautiful Surrey. I'm saying beautiful Surrey, okay? Hi, Harsh.
Thank you, Sachin. My name is, as Sachin mentioned, is Harshmeet, plugging in from Surrey, BC. Uplines to me are Subodh and Tina Rathore, and all the way up to diamonds going EDC Sid and Roop Ganguly. Very proud of this lineage. I just wanted to cover the next cardinal rule, which is about never embarrassing your uplines in front of anybody. And this is quite common sense. I don't think so there's much to be talked onto it. But it's a very important topic. Like, as we progress in the business, we become very close to our uplines, and we see that our uplines treat us as a family, as a friend, and we develop a relationship with them. And most of the times when we get to build that relationship with them, we get to know about their lives. We get to know about what they like, what they don't like, how their nature is. And sometimes we, like, unintentionally talk about them or their life or about their nature with people around in the business, probably at downlines or crosslines, which is all about just basically de-edifying or embarrassing your upline. Just because that relationship has been built, that friendship has been built, it doesn't give you as a downline a right. They are still your coaches, they're still your mentors, they're still your uplines. So always have that thing in your mind, that never embarrass your upline. In fact, whenever you are with your uplines, or even without your uplines, you should be uplifting them. So as if next time they come across your team, okay, or any new candidates, they respect them the same way as you respect your uplines. And this is how you will be able to uplift your business to a different level. I never have had personal experiences where things have happened with me, but I've seen around in the business for quite some years now that there have been instances where people talk regarding their uplines in front of their cross lines or in front of their downlines, which not only is degrading their credibility and their business, but also their uplines credibility and their businesses. So why to harm your uplines business and your business just because you guys don't meet at same point? The best way is to sit down with your upline if there is an argument or if there is a disagreement, and solve with them, come to a conclusion and go from there, rather than sharing that to the entire world and just creating a fuss out of it. So that's about me, and that's the topic. But passing to Sachin.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is really nice, Harsh. You covered very well. Our next speaker is amazing speaker from Winterpeg. So, Chris, are you from Winnipeg, right?
Yes, I am.
Yes, it's cool. Okay, go for it.
It's getting warmer. So I'm Chris, coach, mentored, sponsored by Gurjot, all the way up to Sid and Roop. So today my topic is never mess with anybody's money. This is a big topic because a lot of, especially with a lot of people that are a little bit older, I would, like 30, 40 plus, when it comes to AMWAY, right? This is a very important rule because this is a rule that never was followed before, which is probably why a lot of the negative press is out there, right? Now AMWAY's limited a lot of the need for cash being passed back and forth, but I'm going to talk about situations where, how we can make sure that this isn't an issue, right? So a big part of it is when you're going down to functions and you're going as a group, right? Someone's going to be booking the hotel, someone's going to be booking the car, someone's going to be taking care of the gas going down, right? Someone's going to be taking care of the insurances and stuff like that, right? So after the function's over or before, or however you guys, make sure there's a plan, okay? You're paying for this, how are you getting your money back, right? And that everybody's on the same page and understands what that plan is, right? Because there's nothing worse than, let's say you put out $1,000 for a hotel room, right? Well, for the average person, $1,000 is a big chunk of money. Whether you have it sitting there or not, $1,000 is still $1,000, right? Now, if everybody says, okay, well, I'll pay you the Monday after we get back, right? Well, you're probably have somewhere that money to go, right? To another order or some some personal items or something like that, right? So if some people don't pay you back, that's hurting you now, right? If you're the one not paying them back, you're now hurting them, right? And cross line, down line, up line, it doesn't matter. You're breaking trust, right? Trust is a huge part of our business, right? If you tell me, hey, can you cover this? I'll pay you back next week. Make sure you can afford to pay them back next week. If you can't afford next week, tell them the truth. When can you afford to pay them back, right? Because if you're telling me I will pay you back this day, I'm expecting money that day, and I don't want to chase you for that money, right? Don't make someone chase you. If you owe somebody money, pay them, right? Other side of the coin is if you're the person dishing out money, right? If you say, hey, I'll order this for you, get me back, be prepared to not get that money back, right? If you can't afford to not have that money, don't give it, right? If you're giving money out, look at it and go, if I don't get this back, will I be okay, right? That's because either way, if you're not paying somebody, it's causing a bad situation, right? A lot of people have quit our business over $2, right? Thinking that someone owed them, right? So, and especially comes to functions, if someone covers something, make sure there's a plan to be paid back, or you at least let them know, here's when I'll pay you, right? And don't delay on it, right? As soon as I know me, Kamini, Bong, Joshua, Gurjot went down, and we got back, and there's a group chat, and it was, okay, here's how much, here's the breakdown of what everybody owes. You owe this to this person, this to this person, and boom, everybody paid right away, right? That's the way it should be, right? If you're going to be going on a group trip, make sure you can afford to go, right? Make sure you have a plan of action of how you're going to pay for it, right? So that to me is what it's about. Not messing with anybody's money. Is make sure that if you borrow, you are ready to pay. If you do pay for somebody, be ready to not get it back.
Awesome. Thank you so much. This business is nothing but honesty, accountability. And if you are honest and accountable, people will be willing to work with you. Okay, my next speaker is again my dear friend, and he's from beautiful Surrey again. Surrey gang here. So hi, Subodh.
Hello, hi Sachin. Thank you for inviting me. Yeah, my name is Subodh Rathore here from Surrey, BC, and my uplines are you, Q12's Going Emerald, Sachin Kinkar, and our diamond mentor Sid and Roop Ganguly. So amazing topics, amazing. Everyone shared, and prepared for their topics, and thank you for covering all these things as well, Sachin. Because this business, you're building this business not only just to go platinum, emerald, diamond, but also to be a good person, for your community, for your team, and a good responsible person for your team. Because you are part of the team, and there are lots of people from each different backgrounds. So it's very important to follow these cardinal rules and the powers as well that Sachin is gonna cover. So yeah, my topic is on never mess with anybody's ego. Kind of a very deep topic, and I'm just understanding myself as well. But again, as far as I understand, like the main thing is, and it goes hand in hand with what Harsh talked about, like never de-edify, upline, downline as well, because that hurts ego as well. And ego is very fragile in that sense. People do get, upset or, hurt by what other people are saying, incorrect or inappropriate. And it's important, to be careful what you're saying, and whatever you're saying, it's important thing is that you're edifying and using, let's say, sandwich approach, with good and what you want to address, and then a good again. Because again, it's a people business. Someone may be strong, someone may be strong emotionally, and we may expect other people to be strong as well. But people are people, right? And we gotta understand that people are people, and we gotta make people feel good as well as look for the best in people, right? That is the most important thing. So when you're looking for best in the people, you're not bothered about them hurting their ego, right? And if there is a concern that you want to address, it's always you want to address it in person, not in a group, not in a team. An example could be, let's say, maybe having let's say having a VES If someone's, or let's say having an in-person plan, if someone's not wearing, let's say a tie or a jacket, you may not, scold him that, hey, why are you not wearing the tie, right? But you do have to address it as a apply. You have to set the standards, and you would want to address it in person and mention it to them that this is the standard, and this is something we expect. So do follow it, from the next time, right? Again, people are equal, so we got to treat people equally, not as a upline downline as well, right? So it's a people business, so we got to know how to treat people, what to talk to people, as well as, let's say, upline, right? Like I think Harsh covered it already, but you need not be let's say, like, joking with your upline, especially when the team is around, because you're not looking to de-edify them in front of their team, and because you want people to respect your upline and learn from them. So you got to maintain that that environment in the team, and not joke around with your upline in front of the team. And same thing goes with downline as well. I think my time's up already, but same thing goes with downline as well. If I'm dealing with my downline or downline's downline, I got to be careful what I'm speaking to him about their upline as well, right? Because that's gonna hurt the team. That's what I wanted to say. And yeah, amazing. Thank you, Sachin, for inviting me here. And back to you. Thank you.
Wow, wow. All the good nuggets are all just coming out awesome. And I'm going to invite our next speaker. I'm just trying to find her here. Can someone please spot Harani here? Yes. Hi, Harani. How are you?
I'm good.
Stage is yours.
Thank you, Sachin, for inviting me, and an awesome panel from everyone who has presented. My name is Harani, based in Toronto, Canada. Very proudly to be sponsored by our amazing Monica Sharma Joshi, coached and mentored and loved by our absolute favorites, Diamond, Sid, and Brooke Ganguly. So I will be actually covering the cardio rule number 2, never mess with anyone's spouse. So it's simple as it is, never mess with anyone's spouse. The world has, changed. The corporate world is very toxic at the moment. People are always purposefully surrounding other people's spouse for all reasons, whereas like attending any live functions or meetings or requiring any personal volume or building the business. If they miss one meeting, don't get too angry with them. Ask them what went wrong. If anything's, if everything's okay, be encouraging and, polite with them. Always have that limitation between your own spouse and other people's spouse and their personal life. Because if you do get involved in any issues, it won't be easy to come out from that. It will be very difficult to revolve out that. So I hope that everyone, takes this as a live advice, personal and during the business experience, to not get into any situation like this in the future. So thank you.
Thank you so much. That was really good. So if you are married, your spouse is your spouse, the rest everyone is your brothers and sisters, okay? And if you're not married, then that's a different story. But, find a good spouse and work with her. Sponsor her, screen her, and make sure she's going to support you and work with her, okay? Awesome. Now I'm going to invite someone amazing speaker here, and he's again a platinum going Q12, and I'm going to invite Arvind on the stage. So Arvind, I'm trying to find you here. Yes, and you have an amazing topic. So over to you, my friend.
Thank you, Sachin. Wonderful team. This FNH has been very special, and it's a team gathering especially. So thoughts are flowing. And we start right from the beginning. Every panelist did amazing job, and thank you for sharing your expertise, your experience so far. And it is not easy to build a testimony or gather an experience. So guys, everybody, we are proudly host and mentored in the business by none other than Diamonds, Sid and Roop, going EDC and Rush. All right. And we are part of their team. We all are part of their team, and we are learning from the best. So yes, you see, what Cardinal rules, basically, a lot of time we talk about, 90% we talk about in the business, products, techniques, and promotions and AMWAY and BWW. But very 10% time we talk about Cardinal rules, which is very, very important. I think those are the foundations. and every time we need to bring cardinal rules in our FNHS most of the time and team meetings. The reason being because creating a discipline, creating a kind of environment for people, those who are coming new and their new eyeballs or new ears, set of ears are coming to this kind of meetings. They want to see and hear something which is exceptional. Now, in corporate world, any kind of meetings happen, it's a very, as Harani said, this toxic environment, cutthroat competition. They talk about cutthroat competition. Here, we never talk about that. We say that everybody should be respected. Everybody's a human being. We need to uplift each other. See, our value system is different than what we see in other part of the world in the business. All right. So that's one thing. Now, anybody is not following these 6 cardinal rules. If they are not obeying these 6 cardinal rules, means they are disobeying. Simple. All right. So now, understanding is number 1. Number 2, there is like Sachin said, hey, unsaid cardinal rules. And unsaid cardinal rules means, what do you do by knowing all these cardinals? Are you really following them? If you're not following, those are unsaid cardinal rules. Means, let's take it here. Money transaction. We always say that, be very clean in the money. No taking money, no giving money. No money business. Your money is your money and my money is my money. Okay. Now, if I take a product from Sid and Roop, I will make sure that I carry that money in my pocket and right away give to them. So I take the product from the left hand and give it from the right hand. No carryovers, no accounting management. That way, what happens, it clears the path for your business and to your appliance business as well. All right. The second thing is speaking in the meeting, in the public, and then speaking closed doors. What kind of thought process you have about the business, about your upline, about your downline? What do you talk when you are in privacy? That is very important. That can make your business, that can break your business. I have seen people not succeeding in the business because of same thing, what I said, which is called unsaid, breaking, unsayingly, they are breaking cardinal rules. So cardinal rules are tested, time tested. If you follow that, and sometimes we were confused when we were new, we took cardinal rules in a very, very like religious manner. That this is our path to go, so that I do not hurt somebody's business, because something happens unknowingly by me, it has a equal and opposite reaction. If I do something, it has a a reverse reaction in a same manner. So we need to be very, very careful, guys. We are in the business for happiness. We want to make our dreams come true. But if there are glitches, we need to fix those glitches. We need to calm down those talks which are happening, which is not going to help in your business. Those are unsaid cardinal rules, I would say. It was amazing. And believe me, this panel has been the greatest FNH tonight. And I really enjoyed. Sachin, back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Arvind. That was really awesome. Now you understand that this timer, thank you so much, you were on time. So you need to understand that these cardinal rules are the base of your business. Think about this like you're building a house and your base is weak. How can you build a business? You may be very good in selling the products, you may be very good in talking with the people, but if these cardinal rules are not practiced on a daily basis, they're like your religious system, you could say. Okay. Now, along with the cardinal rules also goes, there are 3 powers, and these are established. Okay. So with that, I'm going to invite Monica on the stage. So Monica, over to you.
Thank you so much, Sachin, for inviting me to speak on Power of Spoken Words. For introduction, my name is Monica. I am from Hamilton, Ontario, sponsored, coached, and mentored by none other than Sid and Roop Ganguly. And I'm very proud to be under them and leading the business from my side. Power of Spoken Words, a lot has been actually said about this in today's FNH as well. Everything leads to the same thing: how you conduct yourself, how you speak to others, how you speak to yourself, building yourself first before you actually start leading others. So in order to understand the power of spoken words, we naturally we grew up learning that actions speak louder than the words, but words definitely have an impact on a person's self-esteem, on the other person who you're speaking to. It builds them or breaks them. So we have to kind of keep a few things in our mind when we speak to them. We have to think before we speak. Just casually speaking to someone out of emotions is not going to help. You are in a business. You need to prepare yourself while you speak. You have to portray an image of a person who's confident, who knows what they're speaking, and who's always positive. By being positive doesn't mean that you actually keep ignoring the negative things. By being positive, it would mean that you acknowledge the negative things, but the way you speak about them should not be derogatory or should not leave a bad impact on the person you are speaking to. So I'm not saying that you always have to put a rosy picture, that just ignore the negative. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. If nothing is fine, understand that, but try to convey it in a way that the person feels that, yes, there is hope. There is some problem, but yes, it can be actually countered. Surround yourself with people who speak well, who are pleasant to talk to. By surrounding yourself with people who are positive, like the association that we have, it builds you up. You actually learn how to speak. You actually learn what to say in a situation when it's a difficult situation. You don't want to speak. Maybe take a pause, take some time, and don't just keep expressing your emotions that I'm not in a good mood, I don't want to talk. Maybe just convey to your upline that something is going on with me. I'll take maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes more to kind of calm down, and I'll get back to you. And whatever is the case, just be expressive and be emotional. I'm not saying that deny your emotions, understand them, and then speak out of awareness, not just because of unconscious behavior. So surrounding yourself with positive people is definitely going to build you up as to how you speak. An example is Roop, of course. So a number of times it happens that you are in a very bad mood and you don't know what to do. I mean, what is it that's going on with you? And you need some kind of advice from someone. So just by attending, even if I don't call her, just by attending the meeting, the entire day was a mess. But when you attend the meeting, you see smiling faces, you see how people are building the business, everyone has a life going on. You actually build yourself up. The way the people speak, it actually impacts your conscious mind and subconscious. And when you consciously actually try to speak positive, even when you're not feeling so good, it trains you to actually start looking at the brighter things in life. So that is my personal experience. I used to be labeled as a person who always cribs a lot. And now when people see me, they are totally amazed. They see a different me. So I'm a live example. I used to worry a lot. I used to say everything, look at the wrong things. Like, why are things going wrong? By being in this business, especially, communicating with group and everyone, I have learned that always look at the things that are working instead of looking at the things that are not working. And you will definitely figure out a way to come out of the situations that are not working. So that's the power of spoken words. I don't meet anyone regularly, but when I attend the meetings, everyone actually has a different impact on my conscious mind, and I learn a lot from this association, and I'm very thankful. So yeah, that's all I have from my side. Thank you so much, Sachin.
Thank you, Monica. You do meet someone on a regular basis. That is you. So make sure when you talk to yourself, you have a positive talk. Okay. So power of spoken word is basically 100% for you first, for me first, for everyone first. And then the other people comes later on. Okay. Even if you have no one surrounded, like, with the good people, you are there. That's it. Like, think about the lotus flower, right? It grows in the dirt. So you have to be beautiful. That's it. Now our next speaker is amazing speaker from again Toronto, Gunjan. I'm going to add you to the spotlight here, and please, you have 2 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Sachin, for having me here in the meeting. And I would first of all like to thank all the uplines and the people here, no names mentioning. And my topic is power of unity. So the first thing that strikes in my mind when I think of power of unity is if closeness could build relationships, and if distance could kill relationships. So, and that's the power of unity. So this is a life example here. We are all virtually meeting. It's a remote call, but if I look at the trust, faith, and the understanding and the cooperation in this entire meeting and the people, I think it's amazing. And these vibes are highly inspiring. So the power of unity means in regards to the business that how united and how committed you are towards your system, which is your upline and downline. Regardless of the upline and downline, we are all people and we are all equal. And then, yeah, I think that would be it. I think it's shorter than 2 minutes. Thank you.
That's good, Oz. Again, the power of unity means your left brain and right brain sometimes just so confusing. You know, one says do it, the other one says give up. You know, you make sure they're united, then all the issue is solved, right? Now we have another speaker, amazing speaker, and they're from Surrey as well, and I'm talking from their house. So I have to invite him politely. Hi, Raman, over to you.
Thank you, Sachin. Thanks for inviting me and having me here. Hi, everyone. This is Raman and Sandeep. We are proudly sponsored the business by Harsh and Ansel, uplines to them, Subodh and Tina, and uplines to them, Sachin Kinker, and all the way to our Diamond Sid and Roop Ganguly. So my topic is the last and the third most power we have, which is the power of submission. So generally, this power of submission is very least taken as a topic, you know, because we almost think that submitting yourself is surrendering your authority to someone, but it's not. It's always happen outside, but not exactly in the business. So if we think back, or if we look back in our whole life journey till the time we are today, so we always submit ourselves to someone else. Since we are born, we submit ourselves to our parents because they take care of ourselves. Then when we are in the school, we submit ourselves to our teachers. When we are in the college, so we submit to ourselves to our professors, lecturers. And then when we are done with all that stuff, we are in the jobs, we are professionals, and then we submit to our jobs and to our bosses. So every phases of our life, we do submit ourselves to someone else because we wanted to grow in our life, right? And that's the whole story. So in fact, if we talk about submission makes you teachable, right? That's what we learned from that whole our life, right? That what submission has taught us. So when you're willing to submit yourself to someone else, which means you're also be teachable, so that someone else who is successful can teach you and grow you to the level they are. So and furthermore, once you are teachable, of course you can teach others too, right? It also helps you to become responsible, right? So if somebody submits yourself to you, so which means they have provided, you have the responsibility of that person, right? So it's in your hands how you take care of that person, right? So it's become totally your responsibility. If it's, let's suppose like it's my daughter, it's 3-year-old daughter, she's just a kid, but it's my responsibility. So she has submitted. She might not have said to me, but she's my responsibility, and she has submitted too. So that I can take care of her, well-being, right? So when you submit yourself to other people, people will follow you, right? And when people will follow you because you have a vision, you have a dream, and that's the mostly important, that people will submit to you because you have a dream and you have visions. So in this business, submit yourself. This is third power which we talk about, the important power. Submit yourself to the AMWAY, the BWW, to a bigger cause, to your uplines, to your download lines, and the whole of your team, right? So that's more important. So that's from my side, Sachin. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was awesome. Now the meeting will not end without inviting our upline diamonds. Now we went through the basics about the building, the base structure, correct? 6 cardinal rules, 3 powers and this and that. They are a powerhouse for everything. So they are the true treasure. Okay. So I'm going to invite Sid and Roop. I was supposed to show a demo, but I think demo can be done later on. These wisdom talks, they are very, very important. So I'm going to invite Sid and Roop hi Sid and Roop, over to you.
All right. Thank you, Sachin. You could have done the demo too, but that was brilliant, man. That was Sachin had made the schedule and it really turned out very well how everyone presented and how everyone spoke. I was just sitting and enjoying myself so much depth and potential in the team is just incredible. So good evening, all of you folks. Great to see you guys. April, beautiful April's just not ending, the winter, but we are getting ready for a beautiful summer. And life just moves on. We'll be having our function in August in London. We'll be very excited to see all of you guys here. And just again, also very excited that a new fiscal year is coming as much as this is ending strong. I know a lot of you guys have got a lot of dreams and a lot of hopes from this business and from life. And I just want to tell you that it's going to come true for sure. We have to put one foot in front of the other and the basics remain the same. You just have to keep on doing the basics. If I were you, every day I will strive very hard to get a new name, very, very hard. And anyone that you see outdoors in your interaction with the world, try to get a number, try to slip in a message, All right. My 2 messages that I tried to slip in, both didn't work today, but I slipped it. I met this guy, one at the gym and one outside. And both these guys, one guy was a chartered accountant just like me. And I said, look, I'm working with some young people, helping them develop a business. Would you be interested? He didn't show much interest, but the good thing is I did something and that gives me immense pleasure, immense pleasure that I did. You see, this is the same way that I found Sachin, just a wild card and you keep on hitting. And if I can find Sachin, if I can find Arvind and Poonam, if we can find Ashok and Smita there in India serving the team, I know if we can find a Monica and a Harani, we can find one more. And that is so beautiful, and we forget the power of doing a little bit more every day. So I truly encourage you to do that. And next is, when it comes to showing the plan, sharing the opportunity, please don't think a right and a wrong way. There is a way, there's only 2 ways. Either you do it or you don't. Doesn't matter how you show the plan. You can take a piece of paper and show it on a napkin. You can use the apps that we have. In whatever way, the whole idea is about doing something. And as you keep doing, you get better and better and better. All right. Another thing maybe I want to share with you folks is, listen, if you're in AMWAY and if you want to make a life from AMWAY, then people around you should not doubt that you're in AMWAY. All right. And if you're talking to anyone, and if you're not thinking about adding as a customer or adding him as an IBO, then you're not fired up upon AMWAY. You will have a problem making a living out of AMWAY. What do I mean? Let me tell you. Let's take a very simple interaction of paying for your grocery. Let's say the guy taking the grocery is someone you can enter into a conversation. Will you bring up the business with him? That's a big question. Big question. Will you or will you not? Now, you may not, because the line is big, people are waiting, I understand. But if you're ashamed of it, or if you say, what will others think? Or if your spouse is doing it, you're uncomfortable. That means you're not proud of what you have. And tell me, folks, if you're not proud of what you have, you will not make money. So if I were to crystallize this business and make it very simple for you, we think too much. Instead of thinking, why don't you do too much? Just go out and talk to people and be proud of what you have. The last gentleman that I sponsored, wonderful guy. He's, fasting and all of that. He's of the Muslim faith, but I sponsored in the same way. that I do every day. Every day, if I meet someone, I bring up the name Amway. This guy also, I met him at the gym. And he spoke to me so politely. You know, some people are arrogant, some people are this, some people are that. A lot of people are polite also. He was also polite, but it ended up by launching it. And last month he did his 100 PV. And this month, because of Ramadan, he's a little disturbed. But coming, Monday, we sit down again and move forward. We got Johnny on the line here. Johnny's an old friend of mine. You know, I've just been constantly in touch with Johnny. He's a great guy. I think he's got great potential. I don't think I know. But, you know, life comes in the way. He had other priorities. But I don't get tired. Let me tell you, folks, you can't get tired. You can't get weary. You can't get cynical. Successful people love boredom. If you can do the same things on and on and on, you'll be very successful. Successful people, this success habit compounds, you know. If you read every day, if you listen to streaming every day, if you prioritize your money for your BWW package. I'm so excited. So many of you got on Connect. Now it's our job, folks, to get a next layers of Leader Connect to BWW Connect package. So if you fall in love every day to talk to someone, every day to read a book, every day to listen to a streaming, every day to retail a product, what will happen is in a year's time, as you look back, you'll be surprised. In 2 years, when you look back, you'll be surprised. The power of a daily habit compounds, folks, compounds. And then when you go platinum and you talk like Sachin, people will think, oh, you're so intelligent. No, you're not. Sachin is intelligent, everyone's intelligent. What I mean is the compound effect, folks, the compound effect. You know, that is all. And in your journey, a lot of negatives will come, a lot of people will join and leave. But when that happens, you can't, if you have a constant habit of putting in action, when someone leaves, you already put in some more people. Problem happens when you're not in constant action, when you're in doubt. Okay, and Amway, you don't need to get tired. You just need to do a little bit every day. So I encourage you guys to get into that. I encourage you guys to put in some more weight. I encourage you guys to get excited. I encourage you guys to nurture your dream. While you're building Amway, look at it every day. Fall in love with it. All right, please fall in love with your dreams and goals and understand that Roop and I do it. My uplines have done it. Arvind Pune has done it. Sachin has done it. Ashok and Smith have done it. Gurjot has done it. You know, some people couldn't be in today. You can do it. Guaranteed. You can do it and you can do it better. Once I asked Kanti Gala, you know, Kanti, will I ever have a business your size? He says you'll have a bigger business. So folks, keep your dream alive. Just put one step ahead of the other. You be the upline. You develop a team. You know, let this be the smallest team we ever had. And I know with your help, your support, and with God's blessings, we are going to have a huge, huge, huge explosion. With that, I want Roop to say a few words, please.
Yes. Hi, thank you. I'm proud of you all. You all spoke so well. You know, thank you, Sachin, for putting up such a show and for putting together such a wonderful itinerary. It's amazing, you know, the way you do things. You know, we were absolutely without any thoughts, you know, this Friday. It was like, okay, Sachin, you handle it. And he handled it all. Thank you, Sachin, for adding so much of value to the team and always with a smile. And you're such an epitome of how to handle challenges. You know, so many things happened in your life, but we all speak, but you actually showed through your action and showed through your example what exactly it takes to overcome challenges. All right. So step by step, you can see him in action, you know, right in front of you.
Wow.
So amazing. You know, we are blessed with such wonderful people. I know we miss Ashok and Smita. They're in India, having fun and building the business at the same time. And of course, I'm missing Helen and the team because they belong to a certain denomination of Christianity that Friday is their Sabbath, so they cannot turn up. But other than that, thank you, Arvind and Poonam, you know, again, you know, for such a reliable leader and such a situational leader, come whatever may, you know, you've seen your uplines quit, you've seen all the muck happening in the business, but you stayed strong and loyal. So we are ever so grateful to you. And of course, our, you know, what can I talk about the Vancouver team, right? led by Sachin. Of course, I know this next fiscal year is ours. It is Ganguly team all over. No questions, no doubt in my mind. No doubt at all. Write it on a piece of paper, put it to the bank. Am I right? Next fiscal year from September is Team Gangulis. I can see Subodh and Tina Rathore starting their qualification, backed by, Harsh and Achal starting their qualification, backed up by, Raman and Sandeep starting their qualification. And, when they talk about momentum, and we always learn from our uplines that what is a stable team? We all know that, width is profitability and depth is security. We have heard it time and time again. But this is, again, an example right in front of you. This is a team which is moving on, and I can visualize Q12 by Q12 by Q12 by Q12. And our uplines always told us a team, a group, or a leadership team is not complete if you don't back it up to 4 levels deep of Q12 ships. All right, so that means 4 levels of Q12. And that is an indication that the team is having a critical mass, so to speak. Okay, so thank you, Vancouver team, for again showing with example. And of course, I'm missing Gurjot as well. She had a family commitment, and she told me from the beginning of the month she will not be here. But that is what is accountability. She did not need to, but she's always being accountable and a great leader in the organization, a lamplighter, our pride. So Gurjot's team, proud of you all. Right. And of course, upcoming leader, Monica, backed by Harani. Right. This is again, you'll see them platinums next fiscal year. So amazing momentum. I know our Muslim brothers and sisters couldn't make it because they have their Eids today. And other than that, happy Baisakhi to a lot of people. Happy New Year to a lot of people. I know there are so many celebrations going on, harvesting season. And this is harvesting season in the business too, right? So everything, I think that, attributes inside of your heart always determine attributes outside, externally. So that's what it is. So what is the agenda, team? What is the agenda of Ganguly team? All right. Again, I reiterate, anybody speaking on any platform from this team has to start their sentence how? Great things are happening. Miracles are happening in every aspect of our lives. Can we do that? Any platform our team speaks, you have to begin by great things are happening and miracles are happening in every aspect of our lives. Okay, very important, because as you're saying, even if you had a bad day, but because you're saying those words, automatically, your dopamines are released. And again, that compounds. Okay, now I'm not asking you to have an overflow of dopamines, that again has a different effect. I'm not going into details in that, but so, mirror neurons. Have you heard about mirror neurons? What is mirror neurons? And that is the reason, they say that your income is directly proportional to the 5 people you associate with on a day-to-day basis, right? So why do they say that? Because you have neurons inside, your brain, and some of them are mirror neurons. What does that mean? It automatically tries and mirrors the people you're associating with. Okay, so if you're associating with winners, that is an example. So you're automatically, subconsciously, it'll try to mimic, the person you're associating with, the way you talk, the way you walk. And that is why if you observe, when you have a good leader, their team would exactly look like them, talk like them, walk like them, and have confidence like them. So a leader is one who surrounds himself or herself with leaders, not with followers. All right. So if somebody is growing, you have to pray for them. Everybody will not grow at the same time. So this business is always like a yo-yo. Sometimes one team is winning, sometimes another. But we all have to cheer. Okay. We cannot be envious of each other because this is one family. All right. So in fact, we should help. We should all, if one person is starting qualification, everybody should pitch in and say, wow, what can I do to help? So this is what is a sign of a winning team. So paths to bronze, that is agenda number 1. How many of you guys know that? That should be, I know you guys all know that, but that should be at the frontal part of your cortex, at the frontal part. So it should always, it should always, when you're sleeping at 3 a.m. in the morning, if somebody wakes you up, you have to know, if you're brand new in the business, that you have to go paths to bronze. And what is that? Let me quickly share it. All right, what is path to bronze? I know you have heard it time and time again. So path to bronze is nothing else but 150 PV personal, okay? And 2 legs having 50 PV each. Got it? And that 50 PV could be, maybe A1, A2. Okay, this is A1 and this is A2. Say this is A2. So say A does 25, B does 25. Still the leg goes 50. Am I right? So this is where, you are, even if you got registered this month, you can all have this goal, guys. This is a very, very, very achievable goal to have. All right. So then this will prepare yourself for the BFI. What is BFI? BFI is the people you help go 50, you help them go 100. Actually, I would always say 100 because 100 is the minimum for onboarding. All right. So if you're taking the intro pack, all right, then of course it is easier for you to go 100. But even if they don't want to go for intro pack, those ladies talked about Artistry Virtual Beauty app, the nutrition recommended, that is one of my favorites. Okay, and the comprehensive test. Whenever somebody gets introduced in the business, do a nutrition recommendation for them. All right. That is online, on the AMWAY website, and help them go 100, because they recommend themselves. So you don't even have to open their mouth. And anything in network marketing has to be duplicatable, right? So it has to be, because if you're very knowledgeable, the newest person will feel, wow, I don't have so much of knowledge. Can I build this business? So, at certain point of time, people, who have built big businesses, they have built big businesses because even the newest person thinks that this is so simple and I can do it. So that is why you need to keep things simple. So in the next 1 or 2 months, you put in one more leg, and this is BFI, okay? So when you put in one more leg, that also means that you will also earn $100 more when you're on the path to bronze. This third leg needs to do just 50 PV in that case. So if you're thinking minimum, then you will get minimum, but you have to think 100. I know technically you need 50, but I would say, think 100 because that will help that person go for onboarding. All right. So hashtag path to bronze, hashtag BBI, hashtag path to bronze, hashtag BFI, hashtag BBI, and BBI is 2,500 with 3 legs at 300 PV each. And that will definitely, put in a structure for you. So first go BBI with 3 legs, then another 3 legs. So go BBI with 4 legs, then 5 legs with 6 legs. And then when you go BBI with 6 legs, automatically you'll go 3,000. All right, 3,500, 4,000. And then this is the month of April. So you have May, June, July, August. So 4 more months, you can basically reorganize your structure and go 2,500, 4,000, 6,000, boom, start your qualification from September. Easy. So, but the only thing is we have to have that vision. We have to have that vision. Like yesterday, I was talking to somebody, I just asked that, if a soothsayer came, an astrologer came and told you that within the next 2 years' time, you are earning $55,000 through AMWAY, 100%, okay? So what kind of investment mindset would you have? What kind of sweat equity would you put in? What kind of mindset? You would go all out, am I right? Why? Because somebody just gave you that certainty. Am I right? So, but in reality, no astrologer is coming to you. So you have to speak to yourself constantly. You have to be your own astrologer and saying that, you're there by the words of your mouth. Somebody talks about power of spoken words. I think it was Monica. So that is what it is. You have to first be absolutely certain in your mind that you're starting your Q12 in the next 2 years' time. Very, very doable, very practical, step by step by step. I just showed you the roadmap. So if you just continue being BBI, all right, I'm not asking you, if you just continuously go BBI, that is, BBI with 3 legs will fetch you at least $700 to $800. If your personal points is high. So you are paid more by 2 ways. One, by having high personal PV. 2, by how much of width you have. And then when you keep on putting in the width, the people who would open up their list to you, that is where you go deep. People who allow you to go deep, that is where you go deep. All right. I know it's a very big, lesson for you, but I don't want to go into depth. But thank you. I know I'm looking forward to the next 300 PV leadership. I'm going to miss a lot of you guys. Sid and I are going to miss a lot of you guys because this is where you belong. So if you have a winning streak and you say, I will not be denied, then you better, I'm throwing a challenge at you, then you better qualify for 300 personal points next month. All right. We are all winners, right? At least 300 personal points is something which is in our own hands. We don't have to depend on somebody else. So hashtag day one mindset, as Amazon says, Amazon is not competitor obsessed. You know why Amazon is growing like crazy? It is customer obsessed. It is not competition obsessed or competitor obsessed. It is customer obsessed. So same thing, you don't be obsessed with people who are growing there everywhere. You see in the meetings and you be in awe. You say, you wear blinders, you be obsessed with your customers, with your IBOs, and with your profits and how much of money you're earning on the 15th of the month. So thank you very much. And back to you, Sachin, host with the most.
Thank you so much. That was a tip of the iceberg. And I really appreciate Sid and Roop for your time. And thank you for giving me an opportunity to host this event. And I really want to thank each and everyone who really put their hearts out. Okay, now it's time to implement those cardinal rules and 3 powers and everything that our mentors said. But unfortunately, what is going to happen is that we are going to have another session for 300 PV club. Okay, and now that is where the true, teachings and nuggets are going to come. Unfortunately, some of the people who have not really honoring the partnership at this point for 300 and PV, I'm sorry, but you have to leave the meeting because we need to start the second session now. Okay, so I really want all the leaders to just keep an eye and can you please make sure that there are only 300 PV plus, IBOs or honoring partnership members online, and then we are going to start our next massive session. Okay, so with that, this session ends. Thank you so much. God bless you and take care. Bye-bye. 5 minutes and not even 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. And please log off. Thank you.